everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Nathra, and today I'm going to be going through some K-pop releases from February and giving my thoughts and opinions. February was definitely a month for women, which as a girl group enthusiast was great, but I just want to say that I'm probably going to be leaving out some songs that came out this month because of time. This is more of a songs that I need to talk about that just happened to come out in February, you know? A lot of people seem to like the tier list format from last month's review video, so we will continue with that for this month as well. Friendly reminder that music is totally subjective, so my opinions are mine alone, and if you do disagree then that's cool too, just as long as you're civil in the comments. The tiers are the same from last time: absolutely perfect, eventually on repeat, one listen only, fighting the urge to click off, and absolutely not. This month was busy, especially towards the second half, so this video will be kinda long. Feel free to use the chapters to skip around. Starting off with, in no particular order, INVU by taeyeon. Taeyeon is one of my favorite vocalists of all time across the K-pop industry. I love her voice so much, but her recent comebacks have been kind of mediocre for me. Like the last time I listened to a Taeyeon album front to back was when My Voice came out back in 2017. However, I think with INVU, my interest in her music has been reignited. Let's talk about the title track. It is such a vibe, and what I mean by that is that the song feels effortless. It's vocally powerful but not overly dramatic, and the beat just flows so smoothly in a way that's really pleasant to listen to. The lyrics are fantastic as well, and the harmonies, amazing. Don't even get me started on the music video. It's been a while since I've seen a video with so much attention to detail, and the styling and set designs were so pretty. The whole color palette was so pretty too, and she looked absolutely stunning. If I had one critique, just one teensy tiny one, I didn't find the choreography to be very memorable. The point choreography was cool, but other than that, the rest of the dance was meh. I do highly recommend this album though. All the tracks complement each other really well, but still sound super unique. Siren, Cold as Hell, and Toddler are my personal favorites. Okay, since I spoke so much and so highly about this song, it's obviously going in the S tier. While apink only has like one comeback a year, I honestly don't really mind because the quality of their music is so damn good. Now I had super high expectations because and dum da da dum were really good songs. Dilemma, I think, met those expectations. It's a bit darker in sound and concept compared to the aforementioned two. The chorus reminded me a lot of a Tamil song called Dailamo, 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 but I mean, that was just random. I also really like how the background music is quite understated, except for the melodic line playing in the background. Like, that was stuck in my head forever. Naeun's rap, or I should say fast talking part, was kinda odd, but luckily it was short so it didn't detract from my experience too much. Not to mention, the high notes in the last chorus seemed a little out of place. I think it would have matched the overall vibe more if they didn't include any ad-libs. I'm just really glad that even though apink is an older K-pop group, they still make an effort to have a comeback every year, and they've managed to consistently release not filler songs. I think I'll put Dilemma in the A tier. Like what I said about Yuju's solo debut last month, I was pretty bummed to see G-Friend disband. However, I was excited to see Sinbi, Eunha, and Eunji re-debut as the trio VVs. Right off the bat, the reverse speech in their debut song Bop Bop was kind of off-putting. Other than that, I would characterize this song as kind of a retro disco sound, but compared to Mago, it has like a newer sound, if that made any sense. I liked the chorus, but the song felt very lackluster. I think it actually sounded a little empty at times, mainly in the verses and surprisingly in the bridge, which usually for G-Friend songs, the bridge is like my favorite part, but this is a totally different group, so it's expected to see that they would have a different sound. The music video was forgettable and similar to a lot of other K-pop songs. I know that was a lot of rambling, but if I were to be concise, this song wasn't anything groundbreaking, but it was a commendable effort for VVs. I'm glad to see them back in the K-pop scene, and I'm super excited to see them on Queendom, and I hope their comeback has a stronger sound and a bit more effort put into it. One listen only tier. I love Mark so much. I think his career is really admirable, and he has so many talents, making him one of, if not the most versatile NCT member in my opinion. Child is his first solo release, and it made me so sad. The lyrics kind of broke my heart, and I think provide a lot of insight into what Mark went/goes through. It is also a very well produced song, and you can definitely tell how much effort was put into the track. However, This isn't a song that I would add to my playlist or anything. I listen to it to support Mark, and that's pretty much it. I commend him for, well, being him, and I can't wait to hear more of his solo work should he choose to share it with us. I'll put Child in the one listen only tier. I 1000% love stayc, but this song was so hard for me to listen to and process. I kind of knew when I listened to the teasers that I didn't really like the main melody that we hear in the instrumental, and yeah, that sentiment is still the same. I feel like this song in concept was harder to digest compared to Stereotype. I found the staccato way of singing to be kind of annoying to listen to after a while. The chorus sounded kind of funny, and I think it's because of the, like, horn? I don't know whatever this instrument is, but, like, this part. And I wasn't a fan of the repetition. The structure reminded me of ASAP, and for what it's worth, I'm not a fan of ASAP either. The music video was really nice though, but then again, stayc's music videos are always so well made. I don't know, I guess because I went into this knowing I probably wouldn't like it, I'm not too disappointed, but I'll put this in the B tier, but just know that it's borderline C tier. This song sucks. Weird lyrics, very unoriginal music video, and questionable rapping, fast talking, I don't know. You can't tell me that Luna would not do a song like this, albeit better produced because I trust Luna's production team. It really feels like nmixx debuted just to compete with aespa, but SM does genre mixing way better than JYP, literally going back a decade with I Got a Boy, and continuing with FX, aespa, and I guess Red Velvet to a certain extent. I liked the second half of the song. I kind of wish the whole song sounded like this. I think that these girls really got screwed over by such an awful song, and it sucks because their debut is being mocked to high heavens, like literally everywhere. Even if you look at the YouTube comments, which usually are positive for most K-pop groups, a lot of the upvoted ones are like, they look great, they dance great, but what the hell am I listening to? And I agree. In fact, this song made me like feel anxious while I was listening to it. I don't know, it was not something I'd listen to. And don't even get me started on Tank, because what the actual fuck are those lyrics? Even though I know it's I'm so freaky fresh, I will always think of it as I'm so freaky fishy, I'm so freaky fishy. Ugh, what a shame, man. Nobody deserves to have their debut made fun of, and I just wish JYP would have done better because, wow, this was such a disappointment. F tier. I tried getting into Treasure when they debuted, but it was pretty unsuccessful. However, due to the sheer amount of women on this list, I felt the need to include a male group in here somehow. Now listen, Jikjin goes really hard. It kind of reminds me of older iKON, but with more of an emphasis on dance pop rather than hip hop. When I was listening to the song, I just subconsciously started bobbing my head along. So, you know, that's always fun. I was pleasantly surprised considering that I never gave them much thought after I checked out their debut, but this song was pretty good. I'm gonna put it in the eventually on repeat tier. Ring by Ring was one of my favorite releases from 2021, and in my eyes, a good example of how experimental genres and themes should be executed. I was really looking forward to Billie's comeback, especially with their new member, Sean. Admittedly, when I saw the Gingaminga Yo teaser, it gave off like Cocomelon iPad Kid energy. I think it was just because of the melody and the way they were singing, but as a whole, this song has immense FX energy. Like the beginning with the rapping verses and the melodic ad-libs sprinkled throughout were very FX and reminded me of songs like Zigzag and My Style. Back to Gingaminga Yo, which, what a title. I love the chorus choreography so much. Like, it's really intricate, but it's so fun to watch, especially because everyone's expressions are like, oh my god, I don't even know, they're so good. It's not as vocally heavy as Ring by Ring, but I kind of like that because this song has such like a lighthearted and fun energy to it compared to Ring by Ring, which was, as we know, about murder. Also, can we talk about this Tsuki fancam? Because look at her! She's so cute! I'm like having the hardest time picking a bias. I really like Tsuki, I really like Haruna, and I really like Haram, but you know, as time goes on, we'll have to see. Anyways, all that aside, this song definitely A tier. Okay, so here we have a group that I've never heard of called craxy, which is according to the Hangul spelling of their name. You may recognize them from when they made headlines after they called their fandom Cravity, but then they had to change it because, you know, there already is a Cravity. From a brief Google search, I found that they are a 5-member girl group who debuted in March 2020, literally right before the pandemic. Yikes. And they seem to be on the lesser known side of K-pop, like majority of groups out there. Their Instagram has around 25,000 followers, their debut music video is the highest viewed at 3 million, and I wasn't able to find if they had ever charted in the top 100 on any kind of music chart. Okay, so now on to the song itself, which is titled Dance with God, and it's a cool, casual, normal, 10-minute long video. Very much like a Tiara style. But also like in the worst way possible. Let me explain. Obviously the song itself is only around 3 minutes, so the rest of the 7 minutes are like a weird low budget movie. First, let's talk about the song itself. It is definitely like a high energy club banger. I quite liked it. I mean, it was catchy and I'm definitely gonna listen to it like when I'm doing chores around the house just to keep me motivated. The music video is pretty low budget, like there's very obvious use of a green screen and like a typical club backdrop for like the song portion of the video. Also, this girl had braids in, which why? There's literally no need to. I mean, the company did issue like an apology in the description, but it's not really my apology to accept, so do with that information what you will. Onto the movie portion, I didn't really understand what was going on, even with the captions. Something about like organized crime, mafia, money laundering, and then one of the members comes in and just like whoops everyone's ass, like, okay. And then it ends. I honestly feel like I need to add a tier called What the Fuck, where I can put all the surreal music videos, but because I do really like the song and I'm actually going to listen to it, I think I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Oh, wow, what a journey. Anywho, that is all for February's comeback review. As you can see, only one song made it to the absolutely perfect tier, which was Taeyeon's INVU. Everything else kind of went between A and B, and nmixx's unfortunate debut was in F. Obviously, February was a month for women, so you know, good for them. But I'm already super stoked for March's comeback lineup. I mean, we got Kingdom coming back with another traditional concept, NCT Dream coming back after almost a year, G-Idol's long-awaited comeback, and of course the new season of Queendom will be airing soon as well. So yeah, lots of fun stuff to look out for. I might try to do like a Queendom recap show depending on how busy the rest of the semester is, but I have a very exciting project all set for spring break. It's going to be a lot of fun, a little bit different than what I usually do, but still K-pop related. Yeah, lots of fun, looking forward to that. But yeah, once again, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!